It's still not really very.
No, I can't.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I turn my volume down a little bit and make sure it's not reverberating back and forth.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think that is it. You just turn your volume down. It's lower now.
It's a lot better? Okay, sweet. That's probably what it was.
No, but I still can't do it. I still can't hear very well.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you, but I hear me. Like a second after I talk. Do you have headphones or anything you can use?
I do. I'll grab them. Hold on one second.
Okay.
All right. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, the headphones plugged in?
Yep.
All right. Much better. All right. Cool. What's your name?
My name is David Roseberry.
All right, David. Welcome to Pitch Investors Live. Thanks for joining us here.
No, thank you. I'm very excited and thankful for this opportunity to share you my pitch. I'm very grateful that. Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. Pitch Investors Live is a great platform for entrepreneurs to pitch investors and also gain an audience out there because we're not just one-on-one. There's a crew of people watching out there online, and it'll be available online later down the line too. So, if it's not something that I feel like I'm interested in, maybe someone else out there would be also. So it's a pretty cool platform. We've done a lot of great work, actively involved to help grow it, and we're excited to have you on here.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'd like to give kudos to whoever thought up this idea. I think it's an excellent opportunity to bring people out of the shadows, I guess you could say, that aren't able to pitch in front of people or have the networking available to do so. So I'm very grateful.
It makes it so easy too. It makes it so easy, right? I don't know where are you? Are you at your home right now?
Yeah. I'm living in Idaho now, and there's a storm warning outside, so it's a lot easier than jumping on a plane and heading to do lunch or something.
There you go. Absolutely. Yeah. So cool. So Dave, tell me, is it Dave or David? What do you prefer?
I prefer Dave.
Okay, cool. So tell me about Proxy Score and what exactly it is.
All right. First of all, I'll give you some statistics about the market. When I first give you this idea, you may think, where's the need for it, or what can it be used for, and purpose, and so first I'll give you some numbers to tell you to help you out with understanding the market. Back in 2005 to 2015. The depression has been on the rise from 6.6% to 7.3%, with the largest of the rise of depression is between 12 to 17 years of age, and that increased from 8.7% clear up to 12.7%. So that's nearly a 45.9% increase. That should be alarming when anyone hears it, but I'm sure I'm preaching to the crowd because I'm sure if you've been watching the news, you've been hearing a lot about these statistics that I'll be sharing. Next, CNN reported that the suicide rate from 1999 has increased 25%. And when you give these numbers, you think of what has happened in the world to make these increases, and we know that technology has increased, instant self gratification of Photoshop and things of that nature, where people are judging themselves by what they view on other people. These do have a toll on your mentality. Next, in 2000. Sorry, go ahead.
It's crazy too, because I just want to say this. I was with Dr. Drew. I'm sure you know Dr. Drew is Dr. Drew Pinsky, and I was with him the day before yesterday, and we were actually talking about this: depression, mental health, um, self-help, a lot of topics like that. And his thing, very similar to what you're saying. And there's really no amazing place to get help for it. A lot of people are trying, and especially in in a mass scale, it's not easy to provide help and services for what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. And what most people think is there will be like a magic drug or something a chemical that will help your chemical imbalance. But
Right.
oftentimes, your chemical imbalance, you can change yourself. And we'll get into that a little bit later.
And
So
doctors
that's,
doctors are over prescribing and things like that too.
yeah, exactly. So the next topic of the industry and society as we see it today. In 2015, the National Council of Aging reported that nearly twice as many people, seniors 65 years and up, are employed than teenagers. I mean, you think about that statistic. It's kind of interesting. Next, we are failing our children. We're failing our youth, and our youth is our society as they get older. And then, as we know, back in June 5th this year, it was reported that there's more job openings than there are people who are applying. So, I mean, looking at all these signs, it makes me wonder what our culture is doing and where our culture is heading. So that's where I give you Proxy Score. Proxy Score is much like a credit score is for financial. It is for your service, generosity, and basically thinking of others. As you do service, for example, for someone, they in turn, credit you or vouch for your service, and then it is graded. And so in Idaho, we do a senior project, which students do to after graduate. It's much like I guess you could say, much like an internship for college. Uh, and there, they can go into our platform. It is proxyscore.net. It's a social media platform that is built, but is under construction. It's not exactly what I would like to see in the end. But there, they can take a quiz. The quiz or survey or submit their service, and it is graded on what type of service, how many hours you do, whatnot, and then the points are accrued and put on the profile. There, they can share on Facebook, any type of social media platform, and to share with others. Uh, Job applications, dating sites, schools, applications. There's many places to use the score, and if you know anything about like Tom's shoes, for example, you buy one pair of shoes, they donate another pair of shoes. People will buy these shoes even though they're a little more overpriced than others, simply because of the story. So Proxy Score, when you report your service and how you service other people and your score raises, uh, you can take that and take it to businesses, and businesses can give you a discount. And then in turn, businesses could say, hey, we help promote people volunteering, doing service, helping others in the community by giving people discounts. Um, and So what I am looking for, and basically that is what it is in a whole. Um, and People can see their numbers. They can compete with others. They can post it on their social media platform, and then in turn get people thinking more. In There's many studies about volunteering, what it does for your psyche, your who you are as a person. Studies show that people who volunteer are more likely to graduate, more likely to vote, more likely to be um, contribute to society. They're oftentimes when you do volunteer, you can get a better job. You can, there's just a lot of things that will change the chemical balance, I guess you could say, in your head versus just staring at your computer all day long. But you're actively out trying to find people to help to increase your score to benefit yourself. Um, and last of all, if you've ever been to a funeral, whenever there is a life sketch, it lasts about 15 minutes to sum up someone's life for 60 years. If you've read the book Seven Habits for Highly Effective People with Stephen R. Covey, he speaks of every human needs to live, laugh, love, learn, leave a legacy. So we all want to leave a legacy. We want to be known for something that's good. It's to show or to talk about someone's life really isn't that much to talk about the things that they've done. And so Proxy will be a platform that will provide them the opportunity to document good things that are often forgotten. It seems like most of the time bad things are remembered and good things are forgotten. So Proxy will be promoting that. And, just like Show Me the Carfax, people can jump on there, print out their facts of their character and can hand it out to people at a funeral, for example. Stuff like this idea isn't necessarily new, or it's getting, they're going to be doing it more in the future. For example, China is doing a social media score. It's not necessarily similar to Proxy. Theirs is more, are they honorable or dishonorable on social media? How are they ranked accordingly? And Proxy will be scoring more on service, but with this vast amount of data that is being gathered by different search engines, for example, people's profile and character are being documented. So Proxy will allow the person to document good things and present those on any platform that they wish to put it on.
Okay, so it's all peer-to-peer rating, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so kind of like taking like am I right by saying it's like a Yelp concept and being able to grade not only restaurants but also any type of company?
Kind of, yes. I mean, companies can get on board as well. Like I'd like to market this to like Home Depot, for example. They do service projects for oftentimes for like cities and their workers, and they sponsor it. And companies can also be involved with this to show their Proxy score, how much they're involved in the community, how much they help other people, which in turn will make people want to go there. I mean, if you're familiar with Chick-fil-A, when they get bad rep, there's cities where there's lines across the street just to go to their store in support. So, and that goes for any type of business where they get informations published about them in the media that people don't necessarily like. So people go out in support of that company purely to basically vote for their approval for this business. So Proxy will help with that because companies can be able to market themselves by saying, hey, look at how we help communities and people will more likely vote, I guess, by voting, by shopping there and promoting that business. And then also those businesses can say, hey, anyone who has a Proxy score that is, 2,000 and up, you get, a special discount for this week of 5%. And then people can go in and type it in. And also, like job applications, we all know that job applications and resumes, well, applications themselves, the job description is oftentimes vague. A resume, one-page resume is extremely outdated. And people talk about how they have this supposed AI that helps filter resumes, but in reality, all they're looking for is dates and word usages, like a janitorial engineer. I mean, we all know what that is, but hey, it says engineer. And I think oftentimes people who are filtered through these filters are forgotten. Uh, if you've watched the Olympics or anything such as that, oftentimes what separates first place from second place is, a thousandth of a second. So proxy score, you can put in the very bottom of your resume, proxy score this. Um, and they will, the HR department can take and look that up on Proxy, for example. When I talked to my HR department in where I work, they said that the hardest part about finding good employees, or I guess the main problem with finding good employees is most people lie on their resumes. And so, when I was going through college, I read an article where it encouraged that to separate you from someone else. But all in all, proxy score will help people separate themselves from other people.
Okay, cool. So where are you at right now with the business? I see your website on proxyscore.net. Looks kind of
Uh-huh.
empty. What's where are you at with the business right now?
Currently, this has been all me. I was working my third job when I got this idea, actually at Home Depot. And since then, I have quit that and I've put this in place. It is patent pending, this idea. I've started, I guess you'd say, the very first idea, my research, I guess you'd say, focus groups, interviews since May of this year, and researching and getting estimates for social media platforms. I found that was very expensive. And I mean, currently right now, I don't have the money to pay someone else to do it. So proxyscore.net, actually, I built. I learned how to do it and I built it myself. But I'm at a point where I can't move really further except for doing a lot of study or pay someone else. In other words, it's custom work from here on out to customize the submission process and things of that nature, and also to polish up the website so it looks professional. So I am paying a guy currently. I have a web developer right now currently that is doing this, and he says that he should be done in mid-January, and I hope to have a full rollout by February. But with that said, I believe that this idea is so innovative, as well as will catch on pretty quick, that I believe that I might need some help. I tried to protect myself being patent pending, but I mean, you hear horror stories all the time, and I might need some help from here to hit the market quick. In other words, maybe a comical yet instructive YouTube video that catches people's eye, and start just hitting social media hard with marketing and push it from there. I've already talked to schools in my area about Proxy, and it seems that they are on board and like the idea, and also would recommend it for the students when they do their senior project. But I would like to have the website complete before I, design those flyers, as well as do complete marketing. But that's when I came upon you guys, and so I've figured, hey, I'll send it to you and see what you guys think.
Yeah, website needs a lot of work, definitely. So we've been pitched on things like this before. Honestly, some things we've been pitched on is creating like a better version of Yelp, where like I kind of mentioned before, Yelp has a lot of fake reviews and competitor reviews and things like that, where they're trying to decrease the review score. So creating technologies and AI, like you mentioned, that that eliminates that. I've actually followed some of the deals that we've been pitched on. Haven't really done too well, just because Yelp's a giant. There's other giants out there that do those things for specific industries and categories. So I'm a little familiar with it. Not too familiar with the whole system, but been pitched on similar things. So talk to me about a couple things. You said you're launching in mid-February. What does that mean? How are you going to roll out? How are you going to get people to utilize it? Because this really only works in mass scale, right? So how do you get the mass scale? Because you need people on the platform to grade. You need businesses, people, individuals, companies, whatever, to be graded. right? So maybe not mass scale, but scale to a certain point where there's actually interaction and there's actually activity going on. Because if you don't have activity, it's just gonna sit there like a dud, right? How do you envision launching and getting people to utilize the platform?
Uh, I believe that starting with the school level, like promoting it through school, that it will be an excellent way. Just hit it all in all aspects. Do video, do business, and school. Yelp and Indeed do types of grading or references where people can go in there. This is more of you do something and then you send your link to someone and say, "Hey, I just helped you with your spare tire," or you got stuck on the road, or your house burnt down. I was helping you build your house, whatever it may be. And that person will validate what you just put or what you just submitted. So it's not like rating a business. It's not like that at all, because people will degrade the score or whatever. This is purely good things that you've done, that you have done personally, that you submit. And when it goes into Proxy, then we would score that and add it to your score, and then it grows from there.
So kind of like a character building type thing.
Yeah, and I do have. I also want to move the site into my second stage. I call it a SIN number. This is part of the patent pending part of it. Character identification number, much like a VIN number of a car, where people can take personality tests and partner with people who do this already. Tell whether or not if you're an introvert or an extrovert. So it'd be like a one-stop shop to figure out who you are and where probably you should go in life to make yourself have a happier life. Meaning, are you an introvert or an extrovert? Should you be an engineer or a salesman? By taking these quizzes and doing these services, you can put it all on the bottom of your resume, Proxy score and SIN number, and where in turn HR can say, "Oh, wow, I kind of like this guy. I need to see what more of his character is. What is he like as a person himself?" Instead of bringing him in, wasting time with an interview, or wasting even more money hiring him on and finding out that they don't even fit in the culture. So, my dream is to dream big and to have it even broader, with the goal to help out society and culture be a much more happier place that people are thinking of others.
Cool. Um, so you want to go to schools, you said, to launch it?
To help launch it. I believe that, just get some salespeople on as well as myself, and just hit it hard through marketing, social media. I think doing video production would help this increase pretty quick. Some things that are caught on society really kicks in and jumps. Hopefully, we can get good marketing. That's one reason why I'm on here. I've pitched to Shark Tank with three of my other patent that I do have. I'm an inventor as well, and that hasn't gone anywhere. But I'm going to utilize that avenue as well. On January 11th, I'm going to head down to Vegas and pitch this to them as well in their casting call. But I believe in planting many seeds and seeing which one grows, and then just start feeding it and grow from there. So,
can't spread yourself too thin though.
Yeah, I agree.
So talk to me more about the marketing though. What's the plan? What's the plan to get this out there? How much money do you need? Because you talk about marketing and video production and all that. That's great. Video, you're 100% right. You need video. We shoot dozens of videos a month for many different things, probably even more. So we live, eat, breathe video every single day, and for the last bazillion years that we've been doing this. So, what's the marketing plan? Tell me how you're really getting it out there, because just going to schools is not going to do it.
Right. And my dream is to do seed funding and to get a big funding process down in Silicon Valley to where you get like 3 million or something. Something like that would be simple, as in to start this business. But I mean, honestly, I really don't know how to get a hold of that network. But with that said, there's a company called Harmon Brothers. They did the video for FiberFix. The FiberFix was on Shark Tank, and they have, you know, I don't think 4 million views on this video that they did, which was very informative and comical. I mean, a 5 minute video from Harmon Brothers is about $750,000, and so marketing through them, which is a very professional video, would be amazing. But for me to get that much money from an investor where I'm at right now, I don't think that I will be able to do it.
So, but do you understand? Like, do you understand that it's not just the video, right? It's how you utilize and implement the video. What is the
Oh yeah,
plan to?
exactly.
I mean, you could shoot $1,000 video, or a $750,000 video. But how do you implement and utilize it?
Uh, I guess you could say that's where I need help from some investors. I mean, I have some ideas
Gotcha.
of putting stuff out there, but I don't have the experience of actually doing it and knowing what results I would get from it.
So you need more than just money. You need you really need a whole team to help you, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And this pitch isn't just money or capital. I mean,
Right.
if people are, I'm also looking to build the team.
Is it just you right now?
Yeah, it's just me.
Okay. How much money have you put into it?
Personally, probably about $1,000, and I've gotten this far.
Which is how far? How far are you?
Oh, patent pending, website.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Um, what do you have a business plan?
I have an executive summary, and I have some Excel spreadsheets that I've worked with to, for finances. For example, Facebook has about $20 per member is what they make, and so I mean, if you do economies of scale, scaling out, you can kind of get an idea of per member, and get an idea of how fast, or if it grows fast, how fast things can get paid back. I have that in Excel spreadsheet, but that's about as far as I've gotten.
Okay, so no real projections, no business plan. Use to proceed, or what are you looking for? What's your ask right now?
Right now, I'm asking for 120,000 for 10%.
Okay, so that values the company at 1.2 million. What's the use of proceeds? What do you need 120 grand for?
I would like to hire on a full-time person, since I do have a professional job that I'm off on Friday. I mean, I can help some, but I would like someone to just hit the market and sell. Someone that would be like an office manager slash sales, make sure that we can hit these benchmarks and increase our membership. Probably try to do some promotions. Start now and get like 10 proxy points or something, 100 proxy points. Review a friend, and then hit sales on businesses.
Okay. Um, any questions for me?
Um, are you interested?
All right, so listen, man,
Is
it's a cool idea, but that's what it is right now. It's an idea. It's not a business. You haven't really put much into it. Really haven't really put much thought into it, honestly. You don't know how you're going to market. And listen, you don't know what you don't know. It's okay. I definitely praise you for getting this far. And you need help. That's cool. You need help. I see this as if we were to get involved in any way, shape, or form, this whole thing would be relying on us, right? I almost think that, honestly, that if we were to get involved, it would be 99.9% us, maybe, you contributing here and there. But, it's just not something we're willing to do. It's an idea. You need to put a lot more into it. You need to put a lot more thought. I mean, figure out your plan, create a real business plan, figure out how you're going to market. I mean, your website, I think, you could build a lot nicer website than this just to get, just to show it for nothing, just by yourself. Proxy picks, their proxyscore.com is available. I think you should buy that if you're serious about it. You could buy it for, I think, it's
Yeah,
$2,300. If
Yeah.
you're really serious about it, you should buy it, because that's really not that much money for, if you really want to create this into a big business. Um, it's just, man, you're just, this is an idea. This really isn't too, this really isn't there. Um, you got a lot of work to do before you even get any money in, honestly. Um, I wouldn't even go to your friends and family yet. I would really put more work and hustle into this to make it something before, you're even on a stage like this to try to raise money, because you're not ready for it. You really need to work on a real use of proceeds. 120 grand to hire someone because you have a full-time job. That's not an answer anyone wants to hear. They want you to be in it full time, right? So you got a lot of work to do here, and a lot of thinking to see if this is something you really want to do. On the other side, sounds like you're an inventor, you're an innovator, you have ideas, which is cool, which is great. Maybe you stay an idea guy and try to find other people to take your ideas and run with them, right? Maybe you keep inventing, keep innovating. I don't know what type of patent it is. I don't know if you did a file for provisional or design or utility or what. But if you do have any intellectual property behind it and protection that you could protect your idea, maybe try to license it to someone, or find someone that could really run with it, and has the ability to, either quit their day job and truly run with it, or put in the time and effort and work without quitting their day job, not just on Friday, but you get home at night. And, if you really want to make this happen, instead of sleeping, 7 hours, sleep, 4 hours, put 3 hours of work in it every night, because it doesn't look like you've really done that. Not something for us. I think that you need to, probably try to put some more effort, more thought, more legitimacy to it. Understand the numbers, understand what you really, need, and what you need it for, how to get it out there. And it's just more research in the space, because it's a cool idea, but you got a long ways to go from here.
All right. I mean, a little bit about myself. I got my MBA in 4.6 years. I worked in the oil field for the last 7 years, operations manager for 5 years. In the oil field, the last 4 days, I slept 9 hours. I'm not afraid to not work.
Right.
I worked 3 jobs before. I don't have money to just put in these businesses. When I listen to a lot of pitches, I see people saying, I put 1 point whatever million, I put 250,000 into it. I don't have that avenue. If I did, this would be much further than what it is. I do agree with you that, investors are probably not going to be interested unless it is up and running, which it'll take time. And as I build team, hopefully I'll get some more people on there, and go from there.
Okay, cool. All right, well, best of luck.
Okay, thank you.
All right, man. Good stuff.
All right. Okay, bye.